We now get underway with our last race. It is the final of the second day of competition for the Deutsche Elektrokart-Meisterschaft, set to take place over 11 minutes plus an additional lap. And your grid is as follows. Well, it looks to be a repeat of the front row from yesterday, with Luca Vlemmer and Axel Laflamme on the front row, representing Germany and Great Britain respectively. Then it is Elijah Alessandro Saya from Germany and Diego Stifter from Italy. Sebastian Kraft from Switzerland and Philipp Giskirchen from Germany round out the top 6 positions. Ahead of Joel Mesch, Valentin Wiesender, Jasmin Stein, with Mika Mosika rounding out the top 10. Completing the 6th and final row is Alice Spiezia from the USA and Björn Niemann from Germany, our guest driver this weekend here. Their next round will be in around 3 weeks' time, as the Deutsche Kartmeisterschaft returns to Wackersdorf for their next outing. Drivers now lining up into position, and once we get all of them assembled, it looks like we don't have Sebastian Kraft on the grid as the red lights go out. We go racing in again. Axel Laflamme gets a great start and manages to keep Luca Vlemmer at bay, trying to go into turns 2 and 3 and takes the initial lead. Giskirchen now up into 4th place, as it looks like there's been a move up the order that makes that a couple more places from Alice Spiezia, who's now managed to move up into what is effectively 7th position, well, 8th position once again, as the field makes their way through. Tightly packed as Vlemmer on the back bumper of Axel Laflamme as they go through turn 11. Laflamme defends as Vlemmer tries to get the cut back. Now they'll try and go through turn 12. Laflamme puts on the brakes quickly. Giskirchen goes round towards the outside, trying to look for keep 4th position. But it looks like up the inside there is one of the other drivers as Giskirchen runs wide and loses 2 positions through turn number 14. And that looked like possibly that Joel Mesch got past, as now Vlemmer loses out and now goes down into 3rd position. So Laflamme still leads. Giskirchen now rounds out the top 7 positions, being closely followed by Alice Spiezia as they come through turn 11. Laflamme leads. Then it is Diego Stifter in 2nd as Axel Laflamme runs wide and spins off, and that's a drama for the Briton. Spins the kart round quickly with the instant torque from the 30-some horsepower drivetrain on these karts, so he loses out as Stifter went up the inside through turn 11, as now Luca Vlemmer coming under fire from Joel Mesch, who goes up the inside, takes 2nd position. But there are still battles away, as it looks like, I think I've just seen a change for 6th, twice in 2 corners, maybe make that nearly 3, as Valentin Wiesender rounds out the top 5, just behind Luca Vlemmer. So Axel Laflamme took the final yesterday, and now it is a very different story altogether. Spiezia trying to get the elbows out, trying to get up the order once again. The American, just 14 years of age, a late bloomer into motorsport, having gone to single-seaters in the US, is closing on the back bumper of the number 10 of Switzerland, Sebastian Kraft. So Alessandro Saya in 3rd place, trying to fend off Luca Vlemmer for 3rd position. Going through into turns 9 and 10. Stifter still leads. 7 minutes and 47 seconds still to go, plus a lap. And then you have the E9 of Yolmesh in second. Elijah Alessandro Sai ahead of Luka Vloma as they try and go nearly side by side across the line. Vloma in the on the back bumper, trying to get down into turn 4 and go back up into third position, but it did not happen on this particular occasion. Valentin Wiesender rounds out the top 5, followed by the E95 of Philipp Wieskirchen. Then you have Sebastian Kraft rounding out the top 7. As Kraft tried for a move up the inside of Wieskirchen going through turn 11. Spiezia just ahead of Jasmin Stein. So 6 minutes and 38 seconds still to go. Top 4 closing together. Stifter leads, Mesh second, Alessandro Saya in third, Vloma in fourth, Wiesender, then Kraft, Wieskirchen, Spiezia and Stein. As Vloma gets up the inside of Alessandro Saya, through into turn 12 to now take third position. But then Elijah Alessandro Sai closes on the back bumper once again of Luka Vloma. But I sense that Yolmesh trying to close on Diego Stifter, who still is hanging on to the lead, and we've got a mechanical black flag, and that is for Axel Laflamme, unfortunately. So he will have to pull it into the pits, and that is a real difficult end to the weekend, which was looking ever so promising after yesterday's success with him hitting the top step of the podium. And now the Briton will have to retire and look ahead with positivity. It is a case of what could have been this weekend, as he was fighting for the lead with Diego Stifter, who still leads ahead of Yolmesh, Luka Vloma, Elijah Alessandro Saya. Valentin Wiesender being closed in on by Sebastian Kraft, as Elis Spiezia trying to close up on Philipp Wieskirchen for position. Looks towards the inside of the 95, going through turn 10. Now into turn 11 goes the American and sweeps up the inside. And here comes Jasmin Stein along with them in the 17. But Wieskirchen gets the switchback through over the bump into turns 13 and 14, and the German retakes the position. But then Spiezia goes into the slipstream. Jasmin Stein still closing. Great battle for those drivers, as now Wiesender and Kraft are battling away for fifth as the Swiss driver gets up the inside through turn 5. And the battle for 7th, 8th and 9th still very, very closely, tightly packed, as now Jasmin Stein gets past Elis Spiezia from the US. 3 minutes and 35 seconds, plus an additional lap of this race, of their weekend, and of the entire race weekend still to go. So the top 4 now on their way down to turn 4, being led by Stifter, Yolmesh, Luka Vloma, Elijah Alessandro Saya, Sebastian Kraft, Valentin Wiesender, Philipp Wieskirchen and Jasmin Stein, who have both now started to pull away from Elis Spiezia. And Mika Mosica and Bjorn Niemann the remainder of the 11 drivers, with Axel Laflamme from Great Britain having to retire, unfortunately, due to being seen to have a mechanical issue that needed rectifying, and that caused a mechanical black flag as a result. Ten laps completed as Luca Vloma now closing on Joel Mesch for second position. He took the runner-up spot in the final, second to Axel Laflamme yesterday, as Elijah Alessandro Saya also closes up onto the back bumper of Luca Vloma going into turn 6. Lap the number 2, able to power out quickly as we fast approach the conclusion of this race. 1 minute and 55 seconds still remaining. Vloma senses a chance to get a good batch of points here this weekend at Wackersdorf as he closes on the back bumper of Joel Mesch for second as they come out of the final corner. Stifter has a comfortable lead. Vloma sweeps up the inside of Mesch through into turn 3 and gets back for second position. So the top 4 once again get a bit closer. But Stifter still has the measure of the rest of the field in the final throws of the race. Sebastian Kraft and Valentin Wiesender still complete the top 6 ahead of Philipp Wiskirchen in 7th. Jasmin Stein now closing on the 95 in 8th place. Elis Spiezia in 9th at the moment. As now, again, I think there's been a change for 3rd. Let's see, it has happened. So, the drivers now come through into turns 9 and 10. 20 seconds on the clock remaining. Looks like we might get the final lap board this time, as Alessandro Saya lost out to Joel Mesch because Alessandro Saya got past, but then the number 9 retaliated and got back into 3rd. This time, last lap board of the race meeting will be shown, and of the second round of the Deutsche Elektrokart-Meisterschaft. But Vloma is closing on Stifter to go for that victory. He's got a real good run of pace down through turn 3. A little bump from behind on the front spoiler. Vloma goes towards the outside, gets the switchback. The pair go side by side. Stifter keeps a hold of the lead on the final lap, but Vloma doing everything in his power to try and get past and get the victory in the dying throws through turn 7. Line astern of the front 2, through 8, through into 9 and into the left at 10. And Luca Vloma has got a real good run of pace going towards the outside through turn 11. If he's going to try and do something, he's either going to do something through turn 11 or through the final corner. Puts on the brakes severely there, gets the switchback he needs. He goes side by side. Stifter trying to force the issue. Vloma trying to go towards the inside, but Stifter still keeps it. But he gets the run. Vloma's going to try and do his best to get a drag race, but it's by a fraction for Diego Stifter that takes the victory ahead of Luca Vloma in a drag race finish. Joel Mesch rounds out the podium for the final ahead of Alessandro Saya. Sebastian Kraft takes 5th place ahead of Valentin Wiesender. Patrick Wiskirchen remains ahead of Jasmin Stein to take 8th. Sorry, 7th place. So great job by everybody out there. A great job for a top 10 finish for Elis Spiezia from the USA. Then we also had Mika Mozica and also Bjorn Niemann rounding out the 11 drivers that finished. And unfortunately, with a mechanical black flag, it put Axel Laflamme out of contention after what was a dramatic off-track excursion. But your winner for race, final number 2 on day 2 of the halfway point of the Deutsche Elektrokart-Meisterschaft goes to Italy's Diego Stifter. So, on behalf of everyone here at NWA's Consulting, Camp Company GmbH, Pro-Kart Raceline Circuit in Wackersdorf, AK Media and the Deutsche Elektrokart-Meisterschaft, we would like to say thank you very much to everyone that has tuned in from across the globe to watch